All right, we are ready to move on to multiplying when both factors are greater than 10. You will be completing these problems. And I wrote out some different ones because I feel like this is a skill we're really going to need to spend some time practicing. I'm going to start with this one to the far right because it's kind of our most, actually I'll start with this one right here in the center. All right, 6 times 7 is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything. 6 times 7 is 42. That's a joke. It comes from a book and a movie called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And anyways, I'll show you the clip sometimes. Maybe I'll attach it here. We'll see. But right now, 6 times 7 is 42. The 2 goes here, and the 4 goes here. 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So my 8 goes here, and my 2 goes here. I'm doing this just like I would have done it if there was no 9 here, okay? 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14. All right, so that is my first step. I have taken care of this 6. I'm going to go on and I'm going to multiply 9 by each of my digits up here. But I have to do some things to set up for that first. First of all, this 9 is in the tens place. So I'm going to put a 0 right here to hold that place so that we don't put everything too far over. That wouldn't be correct. It's really going to be 9d times 7, 9d times 4, 9d times 2. So that 0 helps make sure that we are over far enough when we're writing our answers out. If it helps, in the past I've had some students name this 0 Invisible Bob, and they say, don't forget Invisible Bob. All right, I'm also going to mark out these carryovers that we had last time because we won't use those again. Those were for the 6. 9 times 7 is 63. Here's my 3, and here's my 6. 9 times 4 is 36. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So my 2, notice they're not going underneath, it's going right over. That was 42, right? 9 times 4 is 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, yeah. And my 4 is going to go here. Notice how important it is that I'm paying attention to what digit and which column I'm working in. 9 times 2 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Remember, I'm just adding these on. So there's 22. Right? Then I'm just going to add those two parts together, the 90 section and the 6 section. Can you see, if you've used the area model before, how this would be that larger section on the area model right here, and where this 6 would be over here, and then we're putting them together. So that's all we're doing. We're just doing it in the standard algorithm setup. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 3 is 9, 10, 11. I carry my 1, just like the adding unit that we did. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 more gives us 7. 1 plus 2 is 3. And there's my 2. Add my comma, and my answer is complete. Okay. All right, let's go on to this one right here. And unfortunately, I'm not sure I gave myself quite enough room here. Hopefully I did. Let's give it a try. 6 times 8 is 48. I'm going to carry my 4. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22. 6 times 7 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. It's 42, 43, 44. Okay. Now I'm working with this 8, and I'm finished with the 6. So I'm done with the 6, moving on to the 8 right here. Since I'm moving on, I'm going to add a 0 in my placeholder because I am not in the ones place anymore. This 8 is actually in the tens place, and I'm going to mark out these digits on the top because I don't need them anymore. 8 times 8 is a tough one. I know that it's going to be even. It's 64. If you are having a hard time, by the way, with any of your multiplication facts, just look in your agenda at the very front. There is a multiplication chart. 8 times 8 is 64. My 4 goes here, and my 6 goes here. 8 times 3 is 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And I might remember that 4 and 6 is a 10 number. So 8 times 3 is 24. 6 more gives me 30. So here's my 0, and here's my 3. 8 times 7, that's a tough one too. 8 times 7 is 56. This is how I remember 8 times 7. 8 times 7 equals 6, 5, but these two are switched, so it's 56, because that's such a tricky one. All right, so 8 times 7 is 56, 57, 58, 59. All right, now we're going on to one we haven't done before. We are going to be dealing with this hundreds place. We have finished the 8. Now we're moving on to the 2, and the 2 is in the hundreds place. So just like we added Invisible Bob here for the tens place, we're going to add a 0 here. And because we're in the hundreds place, think 100s place, and there's 2 zeros there. We're going to add 2 zeros here. Okay? So for over 1 digit, 2 digits, it's 2 zeros. Okay? All right, so 2 times 8 is 16. There's my 6. I can mark these out. I don't need them anymore. There's my 6, and here's my 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 more gives me 7. And 2 times 7 is 14. All right. See how crowded that got? I really should have put 3 spaces in between there, in between the problems. Let's see. Notice that when we did 2 times 3, it was 6, and 1 more gave us 7. We didn't have anything to carry over, but we would still be checking to see if we did. Okay? We didn't, so we could just go on. 2 times 7 was 14. All right. Now we've found all of the different partial products, and we're just going to add them together. 8 and 0 is 8. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 6 is a tens number, so I carry the 1. 1 and 9 makes 10. 7 and 3 would be 10, so 7 and 4 must be 11. And that 10, so that's 21. I'm going to carry my 2. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 4 is 11, and there's my 2. Okay. It's really important that you practice these. We're going to be using them a lot. All right, and the last step right here is 496 times 503. I put this one last because it has that 0 in the middle, and sometimes that can cause a little bit of confusion. So 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27. 1 more gives me 28. And 3 times 4 is 12. 13, 14. Okay, now I've finished with the 3. I can mark these guys out, and I'm moving on to the 0. The 0 is in the tens place, so I'm just going to put a 0 for the tens place. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 9 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Okay? We won't make it any more complicated than that. There is a shortcut. You don't need to worry about it right now, though. All right, we are done with the 0, and we are moving on to the 5. The 5 is in the hundreds place. There's 2 digits over here, so we're going to put 2 digits, or 2 zeros down here. 1 0 and 2 zeros. Those are just our placeholders to make sure everything is put together right. 5 times 6 is 30. And I carry my 3. 5 times 9 is 45, 46, 47, 48. And 5 times 4 is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Can you see how important it is that we keep everything lined up nice and neat? If we don't use these blue lines and we don't keep it straight, and I know some of you would keep it straight without the blue lines. I know, I'm being picky, but I am requiring that you use the blue lines. If we did not keep these straight and neat, we could be dealing with a terrible mess, and it would be hard to figure out where you need help if you are struggling with this skill. All right, last step, we're just going to add all of these partial products together. This was the product of 3 times 496, 0 times 496, and 500 times 496. So now we need to put them all together. 8, 8, 4, 9, 2, 4, and 2. That's why it's nice to use pencils. All right, and our answer is 249,488.